Okay. I think we are good to go. At least for the stream. Yeah, good. We're muted. Spent half the stream last night muted and didn't realize it. I still have RTX on, so you probably won't hear any keyboard smashing today. Sorry to those of you that like keyboard ASMR. So first of all, I need to do some cleanup here. So I've been working until I got the friggin' NASA line. I've been working out of my documents folder. Here we go, these. I need to take this stuff and move it over here. I have to assume this is the latest updated stuff too. Guessing in this folder. Yeah, I'm actually, just in case, I'm gonna say make a new folder just in case, and then I can safely move things over once I confirm. It's a move, isn't it? That's a copy. I'm gonna just move it over. And while that is going on, let me get Sublime running. There it is. Don't know why the icon is not working. I actually had to download and reinstall this. Forgot to do that. So today, what we will be doing is we're going to try and fix some random dude's plugin. Either get the latest version of it or try and fix it ourselves. There's a problem with it, and it's causing a plugin that I wrote based on partly on his and partly on another plugin creator from plugin creators plugin from an XP plugin that I kind of rewrote and repurposed for my game using some of his code to get that working. 14 minutes. Well, okay, it's 20 gigs. It's more than I thought. There are a lot of files in there. So first of all, let's go ahead and see some random dude super tools. I think it's called. What's it say? Some random dude super toolbar. Super cool engine. Okay. So well, that's moving over to there. I can check what version it is in here. So yeah, I'm in the right one. So it's gonna be SR Crazy Core. No, Super Souls Engine. What version are you? That's for event. We gotta figure out event indicators too. Those seem to be broken now too. For some reason. Oh, it's asking what I want to open it with. Duh. Cancel. I need to reassociate .js with Sublime. What did I just select? Based script host, of course. It's not showing up, so I'll have to look for it. Actually, what we can do, get this out of the way. Oh, there it goes, finally. Properties. Let's take the start target. Actually, do it this way. Folder it's in. Paste this over here. Oh, it's still the whole thing. Crap. There we go. And then Splunk text. Apply, okay. Refresh. There we go. Oh, because it's on a network location. I need to change that so it doesn't come up all the time. Okay, so this is version 1.25. 1.25. So yes, never what. All right. Keep. Okay, where did I see the 125 at? Oh, here, down here. 131. Okay, I definitely a newer version. So we will use that one instead. Let's close all this. I'm actually going to keep this in here. I'm going to rename it underscore 125 in case I still need it. Then downloads in a new window. Bring this over. What's that? Okay, that's back in. So hopefully, if I go back into this, let me open it, can see it work automatically without having to change anything on my end, my stuff. All right. On. I think I need to Yeah, I need to re-add this actually. All right. Delete. Hmm. I already forgotten how to add these things. I mean, the whole plugin thing is just broken on this one. Interesting. Okay. Well, if you're gonna be broken over here, don't save. I do have another one copy of folder. Well, this is just some of the stuff. Well, I guess we'll have to wait then. Damn it. Okay. Um, should have one on G still. Basically the same thing. Let me open this up. Okay, this is still somewhat functioning. So, I might have broken it because I got rid of it without actually, before I got rid of it. In other words, instead of hitting delete first in here and applying and saving, change the file name and it wigged out for some reason. It's a possibility. I go back to, it's this one. Reopen it. Okay. Now, let's go in here. We select some random dude. Engine version 1.31. Okay. But I don't have to change any of the other that above battle points. Let's see. Well, let's see. Auto move window true. Extender true. Okay. Fly. Okay. Save this and run this real quick. I think I should do like a thing automatically. Hi DC. We're gonna do some of both. I'm going to be. Let me change these options real quick. I'm gonna be trying to fix this one, but also. Say good use of the English language there. Also going to be checking out why my advanced weapon plugin was getting that crash from the other week. This one's going to be easier to fix, I think, though. So that's why I'm working with this one first. Well. Okay, that's the super toolkit. Well, this part works, which is good. But what I want is not that either. This is what I want. Hey, no errors. Cool. So maybe, just maybe, let me throw in a monster. Throw in a thing here. Doesn't matter. I just need something. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not going to have this be the monster, but it'll be the placeholder for a bat encounter. Create something. Actually, I need to create a new troop really fast. Something quick and simple. Add a couple. Fly. Actually, I'm going to give it a name too so I can find it. Test this. Okay. Now, add an encounter. Battle processing, I think. Test bats. There we are. Okay, apply. Okay. I go to myself here. What is this about? Oh, this is my testing for an event-based encirclement thing. Okay, I don't want to get rid of this. I'm gonna move this guy up here somewhere. For the new one, I don't want that one to go away. That might be very important in the future. Actor 1. I just want to give myself some levels and stuff. Well, that's true. Is it based on levels or it's based on levels? I might not even have to do a battle at all. Change level. Let me just entire party doesn't matter what. No, say 10. Show the level up. Okay. Let's see if this works or not. So this plugin thing that I'm trying to figure out is tied to another plugin that I made that allows you to assign stat points to your characters. It does use some stuff from his some random dude's plugin. He has a plugin that does that too. But I'm also basing it off of another plugin from RPG Maker XP that does kind of the same thing. So, create character. Yes, it's working. Alright, use points. Yes, okay, cool. It was just that was out of date. Was some version of MV broke a bunch of plugins because of some updates they made to the code. Cool. Cool. Alright. Now that I know that works, we just have to wait for this thing to finish moving my files over to the NAS. And we can actually get to work. What do we got? A minute and 15 seconds left. Okay, that was. Hopefully the weapons plugin is easy to fix. Serious doubts, though. And I will show you why. If you watch me make this thing originally, you know why, but if you haven't, prepare to see some crazy code. Still haven't gone through to refactor it yet. Plugins, where are... Oh, I don't even have it in the game yet, that's why. Duh, I need to go to the... Actually, I should do this on the NAS. Hell, what is the NAS? What's my NAS being called? Screw it, I'll go this way. GW, oh, file storage. Okay. Games. I think. Yeah, here we go. Open plugin and project. JS plugins, and here we are. So this is all the code for this thing. Let me just throw this onto you. Can I do scrolling? You don't have scrolling Sublime. Madness. Absolute madness. It does not. I'll just unlock my scroll wheel and let it go for a while. Granted, a lot of this code can be, well, not a lot of it, but some of it can be refactored a bit. Some of it has been refactored. A lot of it's because of the definition for the actual instanced-based weapons. So that's something I had to create myself, was a class to store and be able to process that data and then link it into everything, basically. So somewhere in this code, there is a problem. Luckily, we know where it's generally located at, which would be synthesization. We tried to synthesize two weapons together and it just exploded, so in general, that's a good thing. You can narrow it down to there. It looks like it said it was parameter 3, so it's definitely a function issue. I think it said parameter 3 is undefined or was null or something like that, so it's probably something that I forgot to pass through. So this is refine. So this is all taking like the note tag stuff and jamming all the trait information through it and pulling out the bonuses for like stats to apply and whatnot. Hit test. This is, let's see, content errors. What does this do? What is this for? This is the hit test. I think it's something I had to modify because, yeah, it's something I had to override a function from something. I'm going to refine. Some stuff I might not even need. I'll have to do some checking here and there. This does all the trade information for the weapon status effects you can put onto it. Where are we at on this? Is this done yet? It's almost done. 8 minutes. Damn. Time you're not moving linearly again. It's the problem. So, if we want to go to synthesizing, let's spell it right. Weapon synthesize. Looking for, what's the window? It's not going to be this window specifically. Draw recs, draw requirements, action item, update rectangle, update cursor, hit test. I need to process. Okay, here we go. So remove the costs. That's fine. Base params. So I call a function from in here somewhere. It's got to be something to one of my stuff, something of mine, that doesn't like one of the parameters. So we have party update weapon, remove party weapon. I have a feeling it's going to be either this one or it's going to be this one. Let's go take a look at this. I think it's going to be this one. Something in here. Either another call or something specifically. Actually, I need to do this. There it is. We're passing through function wep. We're passing through 2, though, aren't we? I go back to that. Yeah, we're passing through 2. Base wep dot. Oh, dot. Okay, so this dot base weapon, the weapon, the ID of the weapon. So a lot of these are passing through. That's interesting. We're passing through the weapon and then the weapon ID, but I'm not using the weapon ID in the function. That's interesting. Oh, okay. Well, we are using it here, but it's not in the thing up here. That might be our bug right there. That just might be it. Oh, never mind, Wep ID. Never mind, I'm stupid. We're using this. It's accessing that for this. Now, is that why I took it out of there, and do I need to remove it from all the calls? Yeah, I think that's it. So let me find this. As a Control-Shift-H. Control-H. Control-H. Find this. Replace it with just this. And replace all. 24 places. Great. Let's see what that did. If anything. That's interesting. So, case... Unable to load extension from case Steam apps common RPGMMV test. What is... Do I have a problem with MV on Steam? Is that what you're telling me? Let me close this. Let's do a quick and verify this. Perhaps we have a missing file, corrupted file. Verify integrity. All I wanted to do was test the plugin, man. Oh well. Shouldn't take too long. This is still going. 2 minutes. It's all the smaller files. It's kind of insane when you think about how Windows moves files. If you have a bunch of like huge files that are like a gigabyte each, they move much faster than in like 1,000 files that are 2 megabytes each. Because larger files you stream it into memory. Smaller ones, stream them in, remove them, put the next one in, stream it, next one in. It's a lot more to process. But every time I have to move my Ragnarok Online server's data folder, I internally scream because it takes forever. No, it is fully validated. Yes, replace them all. So it's not something weird here. So in the span of a week, did this get borked somehow? Manifest files missing or unreadable. Let's see. Google, come to my rescue. Manifest missing or unreadable error. Ah. Failed, blah, blah. Off a computer to a network drive, okay. Really? So, because it's running over a network, Steam cannot access the files correctly. Wow. Okay. That seems like a huge oversight. What game development studio wouldn't be using stuff from like a network location? And again, this is RPG Maker XP. I don't know if any huge development studios would be using RPG Maker MV rather. That'd be interesting to see a AAA RPG Maker game. Somebody needs to make that happen. Okay, so what we will do then is... Shit. I guess I do have it on my G drive. So, put the plugin file over to there. There it is. Luckily I haven't moved it, deleted or moved it from there. Let's go over there. Close this. Oh, not stories. Damn it. I didn't want stories. Plugins. Let's look at plugin. JS plugins. Again, we'll in case I needed all that, keep another version of the older one there. But it doesn't screw it up. Okay. So let's see what happens. Get this set up. Okay. I'm gonna run down here and grab some more weapons. I'll try and do this all at once. Okay. Well, for the most part, I'm not seeing any issues yet. Oh, okay, cool. So the changes did not break anything, which is the good thing. Alright, so sword. Pull up 20, we're fine. Pull up 20 again. Okay, that one's done. Now we got to do the other sword. Alright. Again, let's open this up again. See in real time where things explode here. Okay, still got a problem. Property 3 is undefined. Line specifically, process okay, Windows synthesize. 4435. Alright, line 4435. 4435 is here. No, it's 53, right? Not 35. No, 35. Did not misread that number. So property 3 of undefined. Oh. Property 3. This okay. Problem is that for this weapon, the traits did not get set for. So in this case, this BTID value, this is 3. I'm almost willing to bet money on it. Oh, it's not available. Let me see. What is this even at? The whole thing is undefined. Yay. Let me put a breakpoint in here somewhere. I should have saved it, so we don't have to do this again. So remember to do that this time. New game. Talk to the old fart. Okay. Talk to Chloe, I believe her name is. I just gave myself a crap ton of weapons. Are you gonna run into me? No, you're not. Good. Because you are on action, press instead of on touch, so that's good. Sword. Yeah, I did give myself a bunch of weapons. Oh well, I only need 2 of them, so that should be good. Okay, I gotta wait for these guys to stop screwing around. Yes, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna wait to actually get all this stuff leveled up, then we'll do the save. Ah, wrong one. I gotta figure out which sword is the right sword. This one? I should definitely... Oh, there it is. Yeah, this one. That's exactly why I put the experience information on that window for. I didn't even pay attention to it. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's a game instance. I'm gonna make this larger now. So it actually is initialized. So, this line specifically, we're looking to see what the value, what this value is for O2. So for BTID and B traits. So B traits we have 3. And B traits is coming from so DTID trait, D traits. If D traits in the code is not 0 and if D traits DTID.dataID not 0 and if D traits DTID.value is not 0, then B traits exist is false. Oh, B traits, not D traits. Oh, it's a Boolean. That's what the B's for. Why is this set to false? Oh, for a check. Gotcha. Because if we come down here, we have stuff. It gets set to true, and then we do this. If it's not, then we just ignore that. Okay. B traits. So I need to figure out where B traits is set at. Base params. There we go. B traits I1. This equals weapon trait. So we're loading it from the base weapon traits array. Same thing with D traits. Oh, donor weapon. Okay. B traits, base weapon. D traits, donor weapon. I probably should have made those more explicit than that. Yeah, that makes sense then. So if we have donor traits, then we examine those to see if they're if they're actually initialized to anything. And then we check the base traits. And this is where things kind of get screwy for some reason. Question is why. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Code 31, 22, 13, 21. Data ID value. So at some point. Okay. So for sure this is the problem. Now we're making sure that this makes sure that we don't go over 100% on our stat effect values. Before you can go like 200 and 300% because there's technically a bug in the plugin. So let's add this. It's not accessible at the moment. It's fine. I also want to put in a thing for BTID. Now we're on 3. Oh shit. I see. I see it. We're missing an underscore. Damn it. That is exactly why. One little thing. Kaboom. It's not quite as dramatic as a missing semicolon, but it's the same effect. Alright, that should be fixed now. I have the right hell, that's not the right plugin. Got this song stuck in my head working on this damn plugin before. So we need to go to 4435. Way past it. There you are. You underscoreless bastard. Alright. Now, let's go back over here. Actually, I need to go to the this thing. So we'll eventually hit that line, and because there's no underscore, kablam. Error. Actually, let me keep this like that, and I'll just move this over. Alright, refresh. So, I'm rubbing my hands together. Let's see if this works now. Or some other issue comes in. Some might. Okay, I'm actually just going to leave that one there. Aha! So now we have a synthesized weapon. Has the blind trait 60%, 38 attack power, and 1.2% counter rate. As you can see now, we cannot level it up anymore. It's refinement level 3, 20 level. From this point on, you can only synthesize a... for this weapon, you can only synthesize a... that's weird. The 3 out of 1 thing is kind of weird. You can only synthesize a refinement level 3 sword that's maxed out at this point. So if we wanted to do that, we do have some other swords. I'm gonna move this down here now. We figured that out. Go ahead and save again. So let me equip that one of the other swords that we have that I got by mistake that apparently now is going to be useful. Change this though to this one. Go find our text-based super boss here. So we're gonna need quite a lot. We have to go to refine level 3 and max it out. That's gonna be a little bit extreme. Okay, I think that'll be enough. Oh hell. Can't escape, of course. So, let's see what happens. There you are. Okay, so refine level 3, maxed out. We should be able to synthesize it with this one now. Okay. Hitting this code again. Okay. Cool. And now we have a 8+ sword. You can kind of see how this like really will stack up here now. So this is a refinement 8 sword. 42 attack, 1.2% counter still. Because I think it's that if you have, I don't know, that should have probably gone up, but blind is up to 68%. But now you have to go get a sword up to refinement level 8, then max it out. So it's like a really aggressive kind of cost to continuing to upgrade a weapon. But with this kind of system, though, even a regular sword from the beginning of the game could potentially eventually be, potentially, depending on the stats, obviously, and how aggressive or not aggressive you set your parameter limitations on growth. As good as any endgame weapon that's not been upgraded at all. Cool though, fixed it. Nice. So let me go out real quick. I need to get the Excalibur and show you exactly how crazy things can get with this system. Need to make sure I come in from this side. Little tiny kind of story-related cutscene inside of a demo plugin that I decided to do. This is definitely a reference to Grotesque Tactics. I think it's called. Grotesque something. Let me look it up. Yeah, Tactics. The whole Avatar thing. Still haven't played through the first one all the way yet, but it's an interesting game. Very interesting one. Very anime tropish. So if I put this on Herald now... Actually, let me do Optimize, so let's put it on everything. Actually, no, it didn't. Wow, okay. Oh, he can't wear it. Who can wear this? Who can wear Excalibur? Oh, did I not assign it a proper... Well, damn. Good thing I'm not going to save this thing. What did I not do to this thing to make it work? The sword... No, it does have a type. The hell? Interesting. Oh, there's a something somewhere that does it. I think it's on this. Change weapon itself is one. Oh, yeah, I should be getting it. Should get it from that. What the hell? That was really weird. Maybe I just overlooked it in the weapon list. Oh, it might be two-handed. No, it should do it automatically if it's two-handed. Unless optimization puts a shield in the other slot. Maybe? Well, let's see, let me do that again. Let's blow through the text this time. Gotta wait for all the other stuff, though. Okay. Now, what happened? Okay, it is there, but optimize. Okay, it's a two-handed weapon now. That's what happened. Oh no, that's interesting. No, it's not here in the list. Wow. What the hell is that? But I have two sword plus threes, right? There might be a bug in here somewhere. Something I didn't notice before. Let me load the save again. Oops, no. That was almost horrible. Oh, I didn't, So I have one sword plus three. I go into the equip menu, then optimize and clear. Still just one. Oh! It overwrote the last weapon with the weapon I removed. Interesting. So before it had, down here on the bottom, it had Excalibur down here. When I equipped this and then hit clear, it overwrote whatever was the last one in the list with sword plus three. So on clear. So get the max slots. The length of it, I guess. Then for each one, is equip change okay, I1. This equips I1, or I, put it to var item. If item, so if this actually has something in it, it's not empty. If I0, change equip, item slot ID, null. Else, change equip I1, null. So change equip. What does this actually do? You have force change equip and change equip too. So if item constructor is not game instance weapon, then this equips slot ID dot set object item. So the slot ID the item is in, and then the item itself. Else, this underscore equip slot ID equals item. So is it hitting this one or this one? Either way, I think what's happening is they're passing through the wrong slot ID. Maybe. Oh, it's force change equip. We want change equip. If item is not null, item.constructor is not a game instance item. This item trade with party item equals set equip slot ID. And item is if not item or this equip slot ID equals item e type ID. Then if slot ID is 0, this equip slot ID equals null, else this equip slot ID set object item refresh. So the item is null, or the constructor is not a game instance weapon. This item trade item with party. Item, this one equips ID. So this is returning a boolean. And if not item or equals item e type ID. Else, if it is a game instance weapon, then, which I think is where it's falling to. All weapons are game instance weapons, so item trade party or item is invalid, and this equips slot ID equals item refresh. So yeah, I think this is still a case of passing through the wrong slot ID. Question is why. Okay. So change equip. So this is getting past the slot ID itself. That's force change equip. Either way, it's the same thing. So what I'm going to do is look for item underscore slot ID. So the slot ID is coming from the item itself. So if you have an item that has a slot ID, is it looking for just the last one? This is interesting. So we'll remove it. Okay. Well, let's have a look here. Let's see. So how can I force this to happen? Let me click one of these. Now let me clear it. Now that seems to be fine. Oops. Now that seems to be working fine. But when I need to optimize and then clear. Oh god. Ah! Menu systems. Blah. Okay. I need to optimize and clear. That still seems to be working. Problem is that we get Excalibur added in through a event. Well, all weapons are added through events. Maybe some that's not getting set up correctly, potentially. Well, thankfully, we can check this out. So, I need to just figure out where I need to put a breakpoint at. So, I think trade item with party is what we want. Or not, maybe not trade item with party. Let's change equip. We want to look for in which one would it be? I think it would be managers. Maybe maybe it's object. No, I think it's managers. Okay, it's definitely not managers. Maybe it is objects. Objects. think we're just going to the same ones over and over again, yeah. I'm looking, where's the, there's a specific one of these that has a bunch of the, maybe it's core, it has the plugin commands in it. There at the bottom. It's like all the interpretation for the plugin commands. I don't think it's this one. I think it's managers. I believe it's this one. Or not. Damn. It's the problem coming back to this after a year and like a half of not working on it. Forgotten where half the stuff is. I definitely don't think it's objects. I could be wrong though. Is this my stuff? Yeah, it is. It's all my code. Oh, here we go. This is it. Now which command was it? Change actor weapons. I think. Change item, change weapons, there it is. So change weapons, already gain item. So it's in object as well, so okay, we did overload it. Okay, so the item amount and what to include. Include equip. So container, item constructor is not game item. Else. So if it isn't, we want to create a new one. Okay, so here's this thing now. Last number, new number, plus amount. So data manager is weapon item. So if the weapon, so if it's not a weapon, if it's like an item, for example, then we just want to add the amount to that number. If it is a weapon, then we're going to create a new instance of it. Game weapon instance, so the item, weapon ID type, and I think that's the slot and then full. So we do overload it, we don't need that. What I need is to go down here. I need to check this. I thought I moved this over to here. What line is this? 1314. I thought I had moved the weapon definition over to here somewhere. This might be an outdated version of my plugin. Yeah, it just might be. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my GitHub real quick. Ooh, faster. Okay. Really? They emailed it to me. I don't know. Microsoft should be able to do frickin' cell phone crap down. Thanks for the follow. Who was that? Iron Lion M4 or Iron Lion Man. Thanks for the follow. So 310, 922. That is a 9, right? Yeah. Not too many. That's interesting. This actually is here still. Oh, really? Do I still need this in-game objects? No, I didn't. I think I changed this to being... Okay, I still have to do that, but everything else is in the plugin file. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Started the program journey a few days ago. Starting. Yeah, it can be really complex at first. I actually started with C++ myself back in 2007. Actually, I won't say self-taught, but I went through an online program on a website called GameInstitute.com. And it's not really handheld instruction. They give you like a... Let's see if I can find it real quick. You actually have to, they give you a textbook. Actually, they give you a couple textbooks. Let's see if I can find mine real fast. So it comes in 2 different modules. It's the book for Module 1, minus all the dust on it. Now let me get the microphone away. This is the first one for it. Do I have one of these where the camera's larger? You know what? I think I need to make a new scene real quick where we have a camera that's like the full screen. A new one. Scene number 9. Let's just go there. Source, devices, video. Aha. And maybe also add a friggin' window capture. Put it somewhere. Anyway, so this is the book. It is a couple hundred pages long, 300 and something. This is like an introductory module to it. It goes through and talks about in pretty simple detail all the information that's in the course, and generic and basic kind of stuff for. Let's knock all that stuff off for it. Game Institute. I'll put it in the chat real quick here. It's GameInstitute.com. So let me make sure I put the right link in. Jesus, alright. I'll put it over on YouTube too. So that's where I went to. Said I went to. So how it works is you enroll in a course, and they send you out the materials for it. It'll come with one of those probably. They probably change it to be online mostly, not digital. But before they'd send you that book, in the book there's a CD in the back that has like the course samples and whatnot in it. And you just go through it at your own pace. They have, if I remember correctly, this has been a long time ago, they have actual like tests or something you go through every once in a while, and they have like a final test at the end of it. Then if you pass it, you get a certificate that you passed it, and print it out or have them send it to you. There's like all kinds of different things there. C++, DirectX programming, and I have no clue what they've added since then. Probably stuff for Python and JavaScript and who knows what else. 3D modeling, I think, was there before. So it's an investment, but it's a pretty good investment. Yeah, so I kind of self-taught myself through that, and I'd really recommend starting with C++ because a lot of other languages kind of take from it a little bit in terms of like the general syntax. For example, you can go from C++ to C# pretty easily. A lot of the syntax is the same, just the way it's written is a little bit different. But if once you understand the underlying concepts, you can pick up a lot of languages pretty easy. The one thing about C++ that's kind of annoying is that's a low-level language, so that means it affects the hardware at a lower level than like a high-level language, which means you can mess things up really easily with C++ if you're not careful. Whereas like a higher-level language, there's like interpreters and multiple levels of like security, if you will, that prevent you from like blue-screening a computer too easily. Yeah, once I understood the concepts behind things started to just click. It wasn't easy to like get into that mode of understanding things. And once I did, it just started kind of lining up in place. I was like, oh, so that's what this means. Then does that mean this is that? And then eventually it all kind of comes together. Getting over that first hurdle of understanding the basic concepts of like what a variable is and how it operates inside of a function, how to set up a class, all that kind of stuff. Once you get over that first huge hurdle, it kind of turns into a down-sloping hill, and it kind of snowballs, has a snowballing effect where you just pick stuff up a lot more quickly. I shouldn't say that I did not know programming at that point. I knew a little bit. I had dabbled with stuff on my own in like my Ragnarok Online private server. I had done some code changes to that source engine, but I didn't understand half the crap in there. I couldn't really read the code that was in there. I had to like go online and look up like what does this specific thing mean, and now if I just look at that stuff, I can see, oh, okay, this is what that's doing. So it's pretty interesting once that whole process starts to happen. Yeah, Unreal Engine's pretty interesting. Unless you're doing like a lot of custom stuff in Unreal Engine, you'll be working in blueprints a lot of the time. But it's still good to know C++ in case you have to do that stuff. There may be certain things you want to do in the background too, like blueprints are not good for like tasks that have to repeat over time, like for loop, because it takes a lot of processing power in them to do them. It's just better for like a custom C++ class that just will blow through it and then return a result. So, yeah, but definitely Unreal Engine 4 and Unity are both pretty good engines. Some of the best looking games out today came out of Unreal Engine 4, though. Cool. That's actually where that program... I'm gonna sneeze. I don't think so. Maybe. Hate that moment, that brain clarifying moment when you're about to sneeze and that doesn't happen. Then you have to wait a little bit to see if it does happen. But yeah, and that course is where I started working on what eventually became Odyssean Void. I actually entered into the Student Game Challenge, which is like a competition on the forums where they give you a topic and an amount of time to make something in, and you have to make a game that works and plays, and then they judge it afterwards. When I was attending the current game challenge they were doing was for an RPG. So I decided to make initially it was going to be just like a bombing simulator, planet bombing simulator, and then I kept adding on stuff to it, and then eventually that became what I called Space Crusade, which was like a really rudimentary version of what I'm working on now. Basically just had a ship, you went around, killed enemies, got rewards, credits and things like that, stuff to sell, bought new stuff, bought a better ship, rinse and repeat. There was no real story or anything. There was kind of like a prologue entry to it, but there was no story after that. And then that became Odyssean Void, which is going to be a whole actual single-player kind of game. eventually, once I finish working on it. Which could be 3 years from now or 20, I don't know. Depends on how much time I find myself in. Yeah, so I put it in there, and I did win it, but I'm not going to say that I won it because my thing was good. It was mainly because it was the largest game that they had that they had out of the submissions, the one that was most complete, and not all the submissions not all the contestants submitted something. So out of what was submitted, mine was the best one. Some of the other ones probably would have been better, but the guys working on them didn't submit anything for various reasons. I think the one that was the most likely to win, I think the guy had to stop working on it due to something that happened in real life. Yeah, so I won that, and that was kind of a little bit fulfilling that some newbie that came in, I think it was I think it started in July, and that was like in October, so 4 months ago, made something that won. It's kind of that exact moment was when I decided to actually pursue software engineering as an actual profession and not just a hobby. So what was I doing? Right, trying to figure out where to put the breakpoint. Switch this back over to disk. But yeah, if you're really interested in programming, and you don't mind having to put in a little bit of work, well, maybe a lot of work, C++ is definitely a really good opening language to learn. There are a lot of C-based languages around, and C++ is a little more... It may not be as easy to get into as C#. C# is a little bit more user-friendly. Again, it's high-level language. There's a lot of form-based kind of development that goes around with it, so it's not all just code monkey stuff, but it gets you in the mindset of a lower-level language where you want to be more careful about what you're writing so you don't, like, blue-screen a computer with it. Reminds me of one of my friends. We used to play this game called Shattered Galaxy. Actually, it might still be up. It was an Exxon game back in the early 2000s, but he posted something on one of the boards that he was joking around about. He was also a mod on my server, my GRO server. He posted some crap post about it in jest, and I responded to it, and then he responded back. We had a little bit of a kind of like a exaggerated war of flame war, and he came to me one day and said that he wanted me to make something to look for some file on his system that he couldn't find somehow, or like a file search kind of thing, and I made something. What I made was something to get back at him for the post he made. It was a window that would pop up and say, in 10 seconds all of your files are going to be deleted. And he thought it was malware, and he shut his computer down, and yanked his hard drives out, stuck it in another computer, and threw out his old one. So it was a joke that cost him a couple $100. And he was kind of pissed after I told him it was a joke. Well, let's see. So it's definitely going to be on creation of this thing. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was looking for... Let me see if this is where it's supposed to be at. Alright, I was looking for... this. Okay, so we passed our parameter, the value, gain item, basically. That's what it was, gain item. Okay, item amount and a code. So we go down to here, so this part. I'm wondering if this is not the right way to do it. Or maybe there's some sort of bug introduced because of this 0. I believe this is the weapon slot ID. Where's the, it's the constructor, so... Initialization function... Where are you? I'm actually calling new weapon. This is weapon new item. Should be a function in here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, yeah, it's a slot ID. ID 3. Parameter 3 slot ID. So what did I do? What am I doing with this slot ID? No, slot ID equals slot ID. Okay. So. This is always 0 when initializing. Then it's got to be the weapon update. Because when we put it in the party items, it should get an update to tell it where it's supposed to go. And I'm wondering if all the other stuff in the party weapon list is not being updated when we remove something and then put it back in through, like, optimize. Let's see, where is the game window? You know, I think I just broke it. Oh, never mind, there we go. I do remove the party out of the way. Let me grab it first, and then we'll do our testing on it. Because if it is something with optimize specifically... Everything else seems to work with, like, doing... That doesn't make any sense, though. It has to be something specific to Excalibur. Let me do a save real quick. Okay. So let me do 2 saves in case, just in case. So if I go to items, weapons, Excalibur is now in the last slot. We got weapon +3 there, sword +3 there. If I go to equip, I'm gonna put Excalibur on. Now if I clear, and I go back, it's still there. Okay, so that's still there. I do this, clear, still there. Actually change the position now. So what I'm going to do now is hit optimize, and then hit clear. Still there. Okay, now. Let's do this again. Clear. Ah. Okay. So that now this is the setup now for what I think is happening. So if I hit optimize, then I hit clear, then I hit equip weapon. No, it's still there now. Okay. Let's go back. Maybe the process of equipping it then removing it the way I did fixed the slot ID? No, I hit new. I don't want new, I want to load. I really need to put a load window inside of the game. Alright, so this is the one, this is before we did all that crazy stuff. This is the way it normally would be. Optimize, clear, equip. No, it's still there, wow. What is going on? Still there. Okay, well, whatever. So let's go ahead and equip this, and then I'll do an optimize. Or maybe do optimize, then do this. Occasionally I'll find like weird crap like that just happens once and I can't recreate it. That happened with one guy that had this weird problem with the menus. It would totally break using a keyboard. And I eventually figured out what it was. I'm gonna need tons and tons of this for Excalibur. This is meant to be like a crazy insane sword. So it's got all kinds of bonuses and parameters and whatnot. Okay. I gotta unequip it first. So starting with it, you just get this attack power 75. It's got 35 levels to it. The first thing you get now is health regen, experience gain, and max HP is up by 5. And eventually, we get a couple more. Get blind, eventually. Get poison, eventually. This is like spilling over the edge there. I need to figure out how to deal with that. Alright, so now we're max level. We got Rage, Confusion, Silence, Poison, and Blind all in the same weapon. Differing levels of actually getting it, having an effect, obviously. And you get 15.7% more experience in battle. Your health regenerates by almost 11%, 10.5% per supposedly turn. I'm not sure if that actually works or not. Your attacks increased by 364, and you get almost 430 more health from it. So now we start refining this thing. Things go crazy. Now we got like almost 20 more experience, 20% experience. 521. Our stats go up really far, and then at this point we're just waiting for the refines. That's the only thing you can use to max out the, or to increase any of the other stuff for it. And now we got 23, 636. Poison's finally coming up a bit. And now we've hit the cap on experience. So I no longer have experience enough experience to actually... That durability is a little bit broken now. Almost 670 durability. Gotta fix that. So we got almost to level 35 again. So this thing can be used to like make really crazy stuff. Especially if you start with a really crazy weapon. I have to get to level 3 though. But I think what we can do is use the level 3 sword, and the Excalibur's the donor weapon. And the donor weapon stuff should go to the sword. I don't know how much you give me per thing, so I'm just going to do a couple more times. Let's actually see if the donor stats actually get moved over to the base weapon or not. A few more. Oh, wow. Yeah, it helps if I actually have it equipped. Okay. I think that should be enough. Let's see what this does. Now I gotta unequip it. Oh my god. Sometimes these menus get a little bit insane. I'll try and blow through them. Alright. So, level 35. That's right, damn, I have to max it out again. Wow, we're adding almost 300 durability on this particular refine. Yikes. Almost 1,000 durability. It's totally broken. I think we're gonna run out. We did. At level 19 that time. So his attack right now is 100. Now it's 880. That's how crazy this weapon is. Okay, when you get up to high refines. Well, it's not even a high refine, it's only refine level 2. So if this were an actual game, you'd have to fight probably for hours to get this amount of experience. Well, it'd be a late game weapon. At the same time, they're like throwing almost 1,000,000 experience into this thing to level it up all the way. It'd be interesting to throw this into the actual game and see how it works in an actual game setting. Of course. That obligatory forget to unequip the damn thing at the moment. Alright. Finish leveling it up. Alright, max refine, or max level refine 3. Now I need the refine 3 sword, synthesize... Right, because it has to be the same type of weapon right now. I think I mentioned that before, I have to add that in for any type of weapon. Not gonna do that today. Alright, well at least it's working. Let me save that. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna put this into my game and see what happens. I am really interested to see if it'll work right. Now, problem is that this thing isn't going to work from my NAS. I'll be able to test it from there. So, I'm going to have to what do I actually have to move over? Do I have to move everything over, or can I just move over some things? So I'm going to go to Games, My Game, Copy. Actually, this one is totally jacked up right now. I actually just want to run for another 18 minutes. Actually, we could probably... So I don't need to move resources right now. I don't need to move audio. Well, actually, yes, I do need to move audio. But I don't need to move resources. It's in media. That's fine, I guess. I think most of the space is coming from here. Oh yeah, that's from there. So let's move this over. This should be a lot faster. Or copy it, I should say. So I'll have to do work out of this folder, then move the changes back over to this NAS folder, because Steam's a pain in the arse, apparently. Oh, it's still going to take 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Awesome. All right, while that's going on, let's go see if that actually works. The health regen. So I have wow, that was interesting. What happened? I have a specific place over on the other side of the map that is made for testing out crazy stuff. Problem is that Harold, nobody else is going to be able to do anything against these guys, and they'll get totally destroyed. Actually, I might even get totally destroyed anyway, because all my equipment's lower stuff. That's like an area designed for testing out high-level, high-refined weaponry. And I made some really crazy enemies in here that do really crazy stuff. So I'm gonna Harold attack this guy. I'm just gonna have everybody else guard. Like that's gonna friggin' help him at all. I guess I got a lot of health. But again, that guy's getting... Reese is getting melted. Marsha's getting melted. Alright, Harold. So we try Spark. Zero, zero, zero. Awesome. Their magic defense is so high that did nothing. I also think Harold's attack, magic attack is probably nothing too. So HP regen doesn't seem to be doing anything. I wonder if it's like to a specific skill once you use something that starts regenerating the HP. It starts like a... It modifies that maybe. Doesn't seem to be any like actual health regeneration though. Passive regeneration. Not seeing his health go up anyway. Unless it's talking about the HP growth per level, which could be cool too. Having a piece of armor if you have equipped makes your health grow faster per level. That would be interesting. Giving myself new ideas. I have actual stat plugins. Alright, let's see if I can actually beat these guys without dying. Everybody else is ridiculously weak. Oh nice, he dodged. Holy hell. These guys aren't even low enough on their health to actually use their crazy stuff yet. That's their regular attacks. That is Poison Claw. It's one of them. There's a plant enemy that I made a skill for that basically is designed to just destroy you. It's not meant to be an instant death attack, but it just does so much damage. I think it causes like some crazy high-level poison to you too. There's no way we're gonna beat these guys at this point. Oh hey, we killed one. Awesome. And then we died. 1,000 damage, and then we also got poisoned, and now Harold's dead. Yes. Killed one and then we died. Oh wow, I hit that in 1 hit. Oh cool, poison can't actually kill you. Oh, you won. Yeah, 479,000 experience, 364,000 gold, 46,000 gold, and some mega potions, which are designed to. Actually, I need to revive them first. Fully heal all your party members. Doesn't actually revive though. Probably should. Oh hell. And more werewolves. Got surprised. Yeah, escaped. Cool. Alright, managed to survive that. Oh, it's done. Cool. Let me see. What exactly did I do with those? So werewolf. Feral healing at 0 to 25%. Can always use poison claw. Double attack at 35 to 65% health. Carnivorous plant. This is this thing. So sleep fire. This skill is kind of crazy. So it causes sleep burn, which is a stat I made that basically puts you to sleep, and then is supposed to take off 15% of your health every turn. Though I don't know if HP regen actually does anything at this point, because it didn't seem to. Unless there's a specific flag you have to turn on to make X parameters do anything. That could be the case. Let's see. HP maker, the caps on for some reason. X params. Let's do it. Let's say it this way. Rehen. It's rehen. Or re-henning the hens. This param. Interesting. Other people also have the same problem. I wonder if health regen is broken then. Hmm. Interesting. So other people have the same problem I'm having with it actually not working. It might be something broken in MB, or maybe just this doesn't work properly. I think that would be broken. Or it doesn't work in the way we expect it to. Mana regen seems to work that way though. Hmm. Yeah, and then I have a boss that I made that will eventually, somehow, once I figure out how to do it, power up every time you beat him. So every time you defeat him, he gets stronger. And it's, again, made to like make you have to upgrade the weapons and continue trying out different combinations to see what you can have happen with them. Elgato. What does he give you if you beat him? I forget this now. Oh, it doesn't give me. Okay, I haven't made the weapon yet. That's why. I will give you a weapon if you defeat me. Well, actually, I lied. I'm not giving you a weapon at all. Come and beat me again. Maybe I'll give it to you then. Here are 15 silver points. But yeah, you probably have to. I have to figure out a way to make the enemies less of a chore. Um, Actually, I think I have a. Don't I think I put in a actual NPC shop somewhere in here. One of these maps. I think it's this one that has better stuff. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, has the better armor in it. Should have to buy it though. Okay, let's close that. Moved over now. What I need is to have another projects folder open. I think I just need the plugin and that's all. Like with my bank script, there's an actual file I need to, would be an image file I would need to. What I also need though is not that. Ah, there we go. I also need this. Which one do I put it after though? Game interpreter. I think that's that one. What does this actually go to though? I know this is this one. Oh, okay, it's after this. Okay, there we go. Now, if I want to use this, I will need to create an NPC to do it. What am I looking for? Project file. Duh. I will eventually sort my brain out today. Okay, so I need to go to here. Need to create a new one of these. And we need to do this. Alright, extend parameters true. Enable synth-refine level requirements, yes. Non-zero stats. I'm gonna turn off the repair and durability system. I don't want to use that for the moment. Okay, so I think all I need to do is just have plugin command. Where are you? BS open. BS can stand for bullshit or blacksmith, whichever you want. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I didn't save the right. Let me copy that. Let's make this a bit easier on myself. So I will give gold 500,000, and I will give experience also 500,000. And we shall put a new NPC in here. Let's do one of the people ones. Not that guy. Let's do this guy. Plugin command. BS open. Oh, wait, I wanted to do actual real combat. Not simulated. Oh, hell, I need to do weapon tags, too. Shit. Oh, now I'm remembering all this stuff. Okay, I need the other... Where's my demo? I don't need it. There are some really specific ones I need to put in, like for the gender and whatnot. Oh, no, wait. That's for the class change, not for this. But I still need it, so... I could probably go to... plugin. I think the example I have has everything in it. Yeah, this is all the properties. Okay. Text pad, where are you? There you were. No, that's labels. New. Okay. Okay, so to set this up, we need to do the tag, which is AWP, not WAP. So max level, we'll make this 10. Don't need those, we're not using them. EXP form, I'll just grab these. So the default ones are okay for me. Now params. So that's health, this is attack. So I'll just increase the attack a bit. Won't do any level trait codes, won't do that. We will do these. Okay. And done. Now for this, let's do a little bit. We need 10 of these since we have it's a level 10 weapon. 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, that's 5. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I think that's 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that's 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you have too many, it doesn't matter. If you don't have enough, it matters. If you don't have enough, you're going to get crashes. If you have too many, then it's just going to not have that stuff there. That stuff won't be usable. Okay. Yeah, also make sure I get rid of this. Instead, I think he starts with wooden sword. We should be good on that. Let's get rid of my guy. Be gone. Now for this, edit, troops. The test bats still in here? No, they're not. I'll recreate them. Encounter, we'll set it to 20. Let's get some music in here. That'll be good. Get that stop. Okay, bats on 50. Okay, fly, okay, save, play. Alright, let's see how this works in an actual game setting. I've only ever tested it in the plugin, so I don't know like how the actual... That is not what I picked. Unless I hit the wrong thing when I was testing it. think I have enough for a double hit now. Double attack. Dual attack. Oh, you missed. Come on. Needed that TP. He just whiffing the first attack. What's going on with double attack? Yeah, the bats evading are missing. Oh, it's an evade. The swish is an evade. Oh, this is a level 2 bat. Maybe that's why. Oh god, we gained 7 experience. That's gonna go really well. No! Okay. This is exactly why I put these into an actual game to test them, because now we got some other issue going on. Ah, I don't want that. I want this. 2463. What line is that on? Or what is on that line, rather? 2463. Durability, but the system's off. Oh, I didn't put any flags to check if the durability system was disabled, and for the level up info. God damn. Okay, so I do have a flag for it though. I just didn't apply it down here. So I never turned it off. And probably neither did anybody else that's ever tried the plugin, because I never got any reports on this. Plugin. Error system there. $24.30 something. Yeah, so here's this one here. This is here. On level up info, but it's not up here. So, only if it's active, only if that's on. Otherwise, we don't want it. God. And the wrong buttons again. Okay, that's fine. This one's not fine, though. That's fine to leave that there. This is not fine because that'll be just complete. Well, yeah, I guess we kind of have to. It'll be null, but we won't use it, so it should be fine. Actually, no, this has to still be up here. This can go into this, though. Otherwise, this will fall out of scope. So if I put this inside the if statement, this variable declaration falls out of the scope of the rest of the function. What that just means is that, like if I define traits in here, anything that's not inside of this if statement doesn't know what this variable is. So if I define this in an if statement, and I'm using it down here somewhere, it'll throw up a variable is undefined error, because it won't be defined in that scope. So that has to stay up, but then this can go inside because we're actually just setting a value to this, using the other things which will be empty or null anyway. So if... God. I could actually probably one-line that if I wanted to. Okay, so that's fine, that's fine. What other crap did I forget to do with this then? If that's there, then there's definitely something else somewhere else. Well, maybe not, because the thing I was more worried about getting either enabled or not enabled is the stuff on the attack, actual attack stuff. So I may not have overlooked that. That's probably a good thing to check. What is the name of that function? Action pane. Natural action item. Game action prototype. That's it right there. This one. So, if result hits, yeah, I did put good. I did not overlook that. That's good. This is what actually determines what happens when you actually make a hit on an enemy. And what I've done is I put in this check to see what the durability is. If the durability is 0, then it only does 25% of the actual weapon damage until you repair it. So it's kind of like a dulling instead of a breaking. But your weapon does way less damage. So what I want to do with this now is test it, I guess. See if that's still an issue. Can't believe I never tested it with it off, though. Seems kind of crazy. I mean, we can continue testing it if I just remembered the amount of experience we got. I'll have to fight like 5 battles to even make that be able to be modified at all. So what I'll do is I'll need to make some new bats. Let me just clear. Can I like copy this? I can. Let me add some more. I won't go extreme, but we'll do like 100, 500. I think that'll probably be a good kind of thing. Also, let me drop its luck to 1 and agility to 1 so it won't dodge everything. We'll leave everything else the way it is. Okay. Whoops. Not okay. Troops. Now, what is up with your music? Why do you have this weird music? Field 04. Oh, that's definitely that. I think it's. Yeah, okay, that's. No, that's not it. What did I pick? That was field 3. I must have hit field 4 by accident. Okay. Now let's test it. I have not tested the formulas yet in actual game settings, so that's what we're doing at the moment. 23 TP already. Well, now I have 30. It's, I take no damage, like I said. If defense is high enough, that sometimes it doesn't take any damage based on the energy. Gotcha. That's a level 2. Okay. There we go. I was like, why didn't it die for it? Normally if you hit both dual attacks, starting boss is done. That's a lot better. We got 316 this time. Alright, let's go and unequip this. Let's see what we can get with it. No, what? Still. Was I modifying the wrong one? But if this was not in the way, I would smash my head on this desk right now. Okay. Okay. Very well. For the time being, let's just say go away. And instead we'll do the right one, which is in here. There you are. Okay. Oh, the joys of working on plugins in MV. Okay. Luckily this isn't too bad. Oh hell, we got a level 3 vent. We have 2 level 3 vents. I may have to rescind my "this isn't that bad" statement. Do we get more experience? I don't know if the system increases the experience. It might. This might be a good thing. I have a Yanify plugin that randomly gives your enemies a boost based on their level, which is based on your party level. I'm not sure if that applies to your rewards from them too, in terms of the golden experience. If it does, cool. If not, then maybe that's something I need to look into modding into it. And I missed that. Okay. And I'm almost dead. Perfect. Failed to escape. You failed to escape, you're dead. Okay, that didn't go quite as planned. Not anticipate friggin' 2 level 3 bats. What do we got? Oh, we got 2 level 3s again. Okay. Hopefully the third one's a level 1, not 2. But they get a critical on the subway. Get rid of the level 1. And he's alright. Oof. I think one of those critical. So level 3 back got melted too. Now, can I kill you before you kill me? We're now in a DPS race. Oh, missed. You better not miss anything this time, Felto. Or else you're gonna die. Cool. Also critical. No, it's still 364, so it doesn't apply to experience. I'm gonna save it this time. In case something else goes wrong. Really? Do we still have this problem? Can I just like go in and like delete my save file and like not have to worry about this? On the fly? Of course not. And that actually is probably not a good idea. That'll probably throw an error if I leave it that way. Felto underscore spreadsheet. Let me go just create the file real quick. Then image, characters. Where's my party? There it is. So this has to be called Felto underscore spreadsheet. S-P-R-I-T-E. Ah. Ah, missed an 8. Okay. Now will you work? Oh! Damn it, now I gotta do the face. Horse. Horse. Alright, now I'm gonna go to the save game. Save folder, I mean. And you other 6 save files are going away. Okay. Huh. Oh, yeah, it gives you a percentage of your experience, not all of it. So we got 309. Don't know why there's 0.4. We need 416 for 1 level. Awesome. Okay. That's exactly what I wanted to find out. So, the for a regular game that's properly balanced, that's gonna the experience curve is a little bit too extreme, a little bit too aggressive. So it's actually a good thing. Now what do we want to change though? Change the base to 175, or do we change the actual power, logarithmic stuff over here? I think this is probably okay. I think if we lower this to, say, maybe 110. Should have a better result. This is also what I like about what I've done with the with this, is that you can change the amount of experience a weapon needs. Oh, we don't need to do that. On the fly. Oops. Of course, I saved it before I removed it. No, it's still 416. Did that really not change anything? Because it's probably saved into the save file. Okay. Unless that didn't really change anything. What was it, was it 416 before? Pretty sure it was. So, let's test this theory out. Actually, before I do that, that one battle got really annoying. Bats, you are getting... First of all, we're going to drop our maximum level to 5. That will keep us in the 1 to 2 territory for most of the time. And I'm having your health, because you're annoying in this context. So. New game. Oh. Switch this back over to Twitch real quick. Oh, no, sorry there. Okay. To battle. I'm wrong, there are 2 level 3s in here, but they won't be quite as annoying. Well, that was a thing. Well, that was a thing. Both missed. Really need to fix it. I think the defense is level too high. Actually, it didn't miss a bit of damage. The defense was high enough that it blocked everything. I was looking for a way to do at least 1 damage. So it would never do no damage. But maybe not just 1, maybe like 10 damage or something. So I'm having the problem with the enemies too. Not being able to hit characters because their health, their defense is too high. Let's get rid of this guy. Actually, I could have done a single attack, but it's kind of a waste. Alright. Now, are you saved in the save file? I must know. Or was the 110 just didn't do anything? Oh, it's definitely saved in the friggin' save file. Holy crap. Alright, so. It's durability. I know it is. I know it is. We're going to look at this thing and it's going to be a line about durability. Ha! I knew it. Damn it. I knew somewhere else was going to be this thing. It's in the, what is this for? The level up process. Okay, yeah. What line is that on? 3897. Perfect. 897. I need to go grab the, where I recopy and paste the entire file onto one line of code. I need to grab the Boolean flag. And it's this one. All right. 38 something, wasn't it? 3891. 3891. Holy crap, okay. Fingers do what you're supposed to do, not what you want to do. Do I need anything else, though? Like, don't think I do. Should be enough. Good thing I saved it. Very good thing I saved it. Okay. Pretty sure I didn't save it before when I clicked everything. That's not something I do normally. Alright, aha. Of course, the experience thing still goes way over on the side there. So I got one level out of it. Attack went up by 1. Oh hell. That was about to be a very bad decision, and it still might because I have no items to heal with. Ha, okay. Very good. That's equips of null. So that's another. So because there are no weapons in the game party weapon list, I think that's why this has become this way. This isn't the actual thing here. Yeah, actor equip. I know actor equips. Actor dot equips 0. And it's coming up as null. Coming up as null. Game actor data. AID is not 0. Game actor's data AID. If actor dot underscore equips 0. Since we're not actually in this, it probably won't show me what's going on. Okay. Reload. Why are you null? Or is this like a one-time weird bug thing? I'm gonna clear. Okay. So we need an actor. Which is undefined. Perfect. Oh, we haven't actually gotten it yet. There we go. Now, actor equips. Whenever I have 5. 0. Definitely not null. So why did you say null before? AID2. Seriously, AID2. Why do we have an AID2? Who is this person? Game item. Armor. From game actors, which is 10. Oh, really? Wait, what? Why is this 10 though? That shouldn't. That's not right. That is still not right. Game actors, what are you drinking? What have you been drinking that you're drunk with? Why is there 10? Why do you have 10? I mean, I have my suspicions, but why would that matter inside of the game? Because we do have 10, but we only have Felto initialized. He's only party member. And yet, we have all these empty spots. So actor 1_3, who the hell is that? Arches. Character name, party, pasting. That's the it's the name of the yeah. So yeah, that okay. That is saved then. The sprite set, sprite sheet, and the face that you use are actually saved in the save file. That is so weird. Why would they do that? Why the hell would they do that? Anytime you update any of that stuff, you're gonna break save games suddenly. That is so friggin' weird. Not as weird as this though. Why do we have an array of nulls? So I have to then check if not only if this has a value, but also if it's null or not. And not only if it's null or not, if you actually have anything in the stuff, in the weapons array, equips array. So it's fine on this one, right? Because this has stuff in it. But when we go to 2, which is where we're at, it's going to throw all kinds of null errors. And that's why we're getting this down here. You hit this and null now, then blammo. Just a bomb that explodes and screws everything up. So on save, so we have to code for this weird crap that's happening with MV. MV does all these little weird things, like for example, all the arrays in the game are not 0 indexed. Well, they are, but the 0 index of the arrays is a null every time for everything that has an index in the game. So everything starts on the first element, the element number 1, which is really the second element of the array. And I don't know why they did that. That's like a literal it's a literal violation of the language, the actual programming language to do that. So I have no clue why they did that. All arrays are supposed to be 0 indexed. Technically it is, but there's no data in the first index, which is kind of why it's supposed to be there. It's supposed to hold data. I mean, I think they did it because they wanted to have like an empty thing for the purposes of saying if your item ID is 1 in the array, it's going to be element number 1 or element ID 1 instead of element ID 0. But still, that kind of breaks the language. Or like breaks the intent of what a vector or an array is, an array list is. Jesus Christ. Okay. That was in the loading, saving. I'm betting saving and loading. Yeah, what about loading? What about loading? Again, I only had one character in, or I only had 4 characters in the demo, and all of them get spawned in at once. So this is an actual in-game problem that never got caught because I never tried it in my actual game. Again, so I had this stupid idea that there wouldn't be a character loaded into the game actors array if there wasn't an actual character to be loaded. Apparently not. Okay, just like zooming around here on the wrong file. That's what's going on. Save. And probably load too. for that matter. We'll get back to you. That might be a thing we have to deal with. Save, there we go. Okay. So if actor equips, so we're saying if actor equips, yeah, so we have to check if actor is null. Because we're not checking if actor is null. If actor is null, then there won't be an equips to check. So if actor I have no clue if this will also handle loading, but we will find out, I guess. I don't think loading has a problem, because when we loaded it from the file, it was fine. Saving, though. What's interesting is that it only became a problem after we leveled up the weapon, though. So... And I saved it before we did that, too. Brain's, like, exploding right now. Okay. You have to restart. I don't have enough gold either. Okay. Click, optimize. Okay, so I'm going to turn these. Let's turn this off for a moment. Okay, so we saved fine. Maybe. We have to actually see if it loads properly first. First, if it loads properly, there's no bugs, and second, if it loads the data properly itself. Hey, we have a load. Level 2. It did. Okay, cool. So, it did load correctly, it just wasn't saving correctly. Oops, I'm gonna go here. Good. Okay, cool. Very good. Alright, actually, let me do this. Let's save it in the game party now. Maybe there might be something weird in there. Okay, that saved it right. Well, at least it saved. No crashes on save. Let's see if it actually saved it correctly, though. Well, first let's go over here. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Awesome. Alright, so it's just like a weird thing. So that's good, though. If it takes one battle to level it once, but then more than that to level it twice. I think that's good. What I need to do, though, is so we can test this over a length of time, I need to add a way to heal myself. So that I don't continuously get annihilated here. Put myself back over here. Give myself a bunch of items. All this can go away. Change items. Potion increased by 50. Actually, let's do elixirs. That'd be much better, I think. Alright. Now for a long-term, well, semi-long-term test here. Oh, those don't heal everything. Okay, interesting. These are not Final Fantasy elixirs, apparently. Optimize. Alright. So let's get in a couple more battles. We'll do a few, not just one more. Oh, God, level 3. Oh, of course, because that's what it's supposed to be. There's 2 level 3s here, though. You can tell by the 80 health. This one's a level 2, I think. Oh, no, level 5. Oh, right. So my level went up. A level 5 bat. Really? That's not too bad. Oh, and I have that. I can do the stat stuff too now. I forgot that was working. Yeah. So if I can do a critical, I can do 100 damage per shot. Thought that would stop not hitting. Could deal with these guys with this time. No, yeah, it does increase the experience. 420, 462. Before we got, what was it, like 3 something? So it does increase the experience. Nice. Cool. Alright, upgrade character. Yeah, we're gonna just, we're everything to attack power. Everything to attack power. We probably don't have enough gold though. Plus 100 damage on one attack, nice. I need to modify the stat system so that we require double attack. Alright, I think we can upgrade this thing now. Sure, it's save in case something weird happens. Equip. There. You can do at least one. Yeah, I like that. The fact that it takes more than just a single battle to level it up multiple times. Gonna re-equip it. I should do Optimus. Yeah, probably should. I think that hits 2 enemies. It's so random, I think. Dual attack hits twice. Yeah, 2 random enemies. Cool. That'll help things go much faster. You survived. Why are you level 7? Why are you level 7? The max level is 5. Maybe the max level is the maximum number of levels above you can go. No, I thought that's supposed to be like a count. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not gonna question it. Not yet. Alright, you guys are gone. Oh, one of you might be. No, you both are. Okay. And now we got triple attack, which will make this go very fast. Except I need 15 TP for me. Of course. Always the thing somewhere. Skill, triple. Oh, I hit the same one twice. Alright, so we get this now. So now it takes 2,616 and 822 experience. The first one was the gold, so I definitely have enough gold from all that. So our attack power is now is up to 7 on this now. Now we need 1,032 and 3310. I like that. That's a reasonable curve for the moment. So far. Let's go all the way up to 10 now and see what happens in level 9. I probably need to heal. Oh, and obviously this. I'm getting to level 7. I have some points. Well, let's go in there then. It's very nice to have that back in. Now I can actually do some proper testing of that system and balancing of it. 24, go. Oh man, I thought I was gonna get a perfect shot of that one. Missed it. So probably we'll take another 10 battles. We'll just do them. Now that I can knock these guys in one shot. Get some more criticals going here. Oh, I have no TP. Yeah, I'd forgotten I put in the ability for that the side view battler to actually be in this too. I'll need to go back and make sure I export those for some of the characters. Maybe it's the TP focus, so we'll use it. I think one more after this will be. I think the last what will be required will be kind of like 6,000 or 7,000, so... Well, if that's the case, it probably won't be quite enough, but we'll find out, I guess. I'm just waiting for the one time that it hits one enemy 3 times. Okay. So... Can save it in case something happens. Not that we do everything. So 1,000 for 32 for this one. Only has 3,000 experience on it though. Damn. 1252. We definitely don't have enough. Okay. Maybe that should be a parameter too, the amount of experience you get from each battle on a weapon. It isn't currently one, I don't think. I could be totally wrong on that. I know it is down there, yeah, it is. Never mind. So we're getting 85% of the experience the character gets right now. Or is that really true? Is it 85% or is it 15%? Okay, now I have to go find this thing. Find out. Actually, it'll probably be in the plugin description. Let's see. Why am I doing it over here? We have a much bigger screen we can use that's much more easy to read. Except I'm on the wrong file again. It's weird how that file doesn't actually loop. That Felto 3 background music. This actually the right. No, it does say 72, but is that in fact that should be the case? So yeah, we're getting 85% of it then. I think there for a good reason. That. It's gonna start 0 to still looking good though. This is like this is a reasonable in-game kind of test. The grinding aspect of it. I don't really mind this. This seems about right. And from a testing perspective, it's kind of annoying to do all the fighting, but at the same time, we're looking for what the player's experience is going to be with it. We also want something that's not going to break the game either, like giving the player crap tons of experience all at once, and having them able to like upgrade something like Excalibur a bunch of times right away. Well, anything like Excalibur in a game with this system will be broken no matter. It will be hella broken without the right settings applied to the weapon note tag. Let me save this real quick. I'm gonna add another new troop, so that we can get this done a little bit more quickly. Because we won't have just like one set of enemies. They'll have a couple. I'll make one that's kind of rare that'll give us a little bit more experience. First, we need to make an enemy fort. So let's copy Basilisk. Let's copy Sahagin. And Hellhound. This will be our other ones we'll use to test with. Now I do need to level this down a little bit. It's a little bit too insane. Well, we'll give it like, 250 attack, 15 defense will 10. What do we say on this one? 100 experience. Let's go 175 and 600 gold. For the Sahagin, this will be the one that'll give us more. We're actually going to increase the health on this guy to 720, I think. The attack will leave at around 25. Defense 15. Agility 7. Luck 10. Now this guy will give us 800 experience. 800, not 8,000. And say that much gold. Okay. Now troops. Okay. Prologue, wrong one. Edit. No, edit. Okay. Test maps, wait 5. Test 2, 4. Let me see, is the weight higher the more likely or lower the more likely? Frequency was true. So yeah, higher means more encountered. More likely to be encountered. 3. Assuming that's the one I think it is. Make this one 3 as well. Then the one with the 2 Sahagins, which should be the last one. 2. I just hit cancel. Perfecto. Once we finish this, we'll see what's going on with the event indicator plugin. I think it might be... Maybe it's an out-of-date issue, maybe it's a placement in the loader of the plugins issue. Could be either at this point. Oh yeah, hellhounds. Perfect. Alright. Okay, good. I think I had that. I think I was already at that level of damage. Oh, that just like took out half my health, and that hurt though. That definitely hurt. Oh, I'm dead. Shit. Okay, I guess I gotta now actually heal. I actually have to heal now before going into battle. It's a novel idea. I'm trying to use more than one. Hit him again. Maybe it's just because it reloaded so the RNG was the same. Okay, skill triple. I did half damage. Half there, half there. Actually, that wasn't even half, was it? Okay, we need to fix these guys. They're a little bit too powerful still. Still a little bit too strong. Attack power 15 and they're jacking me up. It's kind of crazy. Let's drop their health to 150. Attack, let's, I won't have it, but I'll put it down to 10. Defense, I will put down to 7. Agility, I'll put down to 6. That means the Sahagins are going to be really insane. 200. 11. And maybe 9 in defense. The note tag actually might be saved in the game too. I just realized that. So perhaps it's always going to still be 20 because that's what it was originally saved as. Again, saving the note tags. Then again, the note tags are never meant to be used in the way that we've used them. They've kind of become a crutch. Well, not a crutch, but a tool that the modding community realized they could use to do all this crazy crap with. It was never meant to do that before. They never meant for them to be used that way. I think that's why they get saved into the save file. That's kind of something to be aware of if you're using the note tag for a plugin. If you make any kind of changes to the note tag, if anyone can talk properly, somebody tell me how. Anybody makes any changes to the note tags for your plugin is going to break their games. You kind of got to warn them about that. It'll break the save games. Or it won't, well, it could break them. If you change like the naming structure or whatever. But also it's like the values, it won't stick. I need to heal. Let's save. Okay. Let's just get rid of that guy first. Okay, that works much better. Much better. Can melt these guys. That poison is kind of obnoxious. I'm still poisoned, aren't I? Crap. I have no antidotes. No, I need one more. Well, actually, I can still do this. Oh, hit that guy both times. Damn. Cheat. I want to find this Tusahagen battle. I got one at least. Still, it could probably not be a good idea. Might not be a good thing. I found a one. I don't know how powerful they are. Oh, nice. That was actually a good thing. I think that guy would have checked me out. Still a little bit too strong, probably. Pretty good amount of experience there. Oh, nice. Yeah. Actually, what I can do to help me with all this dying, almost dying stuff. Let's just put all this onto, there. Alright, let's go see. I should be able to, level this thing up now. Really? The last level. We're not able to level up. It takes almost 2,000. Okay, that's good. So even after putting in the crazy, huge XP giving enemy, that's still not enough to just willy-nilly upgrade this weapon all the way. I like that. Ah, nothing. Great. I think I found a proper amount of... I'll have to try it for higher level weapons too. How much do I have and how much do I need? Oh, you know what? I didn't even have it equipped. Ha! Now here's it. So 1505, right? I'm gonna check this because I haven't checked this out. If I don't think they shouldn't get experience if they're not equipped, but I'm not entirely certain of that. Oh god. Thank you very much, I was already poisoned. Freaking poison's gonna kill me. Oof. That is exactly what's gonna happen. Okay. Well, now we can test this a little bit more easily. Let's go ahead and throw all this off. Oh wait, let me throw on... Let's actually verify this properly. Or no, that was right. It needs to be off. Okay, so we got 2161 point whatever gibberish that is. Alright. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, good. Just had to make sure. That was indeed the case. Okay. So probably need 10 more battles, depending on what we get. Two of them probably have to... One of them has to probably be the double Sahagan. So... I would expect. Oh, nice. Every one of them. I was waiting for that moment to happen. Finally did. really took no damage. The RNG was strong with that one. Got another 3 of them. Okay. Okay. I know what to do about that. Come on, Sahagins, where are you? There you are. What do I need for that? 18. Well, we got rid of the second strongest one. That didn't do too much damage, actually. I thought there'd be a lot more annoying. 61 is not that bad. If I left it at 25, I would have gotten one-shotted by that guy. Probably. Anyway. Alright, let's see what that does. Oh my god. Oh, nice. My health. My health. No. Okay, better. Now I can deep cut one of you guys. Nice. Now you're just gonna bleed to death. I don't have to do a damn thing. Oh, maybe you won't. You're only doing 8 damage for that. Well, I'll let you slowly bleed to death over there while I take out your friend. Oh, it's already gone. Yeah. So what did they give me? Oh yeah, that's gonna be enough. Now, just in case I get another instant battle, that was weird. Let's go and actually no, save real quick. Who knows what's gonna happen? Alright, dude. Level me up. Alright, so we're now maxed out. So the max attack on this is 15. If we go to refine, which we can do, it doesn't cost anything. Actually, it costs gold. Almost all the gold I have. Good god. That is actually good too. After all that battling I just did, I barely have enough gold to refine it. That is perfect. I like the gold curve is where it should be. The XP curve was a little bit too aggressive. I think this is a good place for it now, though. Now, if I want to level it up again, we can do a couple of those. I'll probably run out of gold first, though. That's right, leveling it up after this doesn't really matter. We're just doing it to try to get another refine this way. Cool. Okay, I like it. I like where that ended up at. So I'll keep the changed EXP value on the next version of the plugin when I release the fix for the other thing we fixed. Other 2 things we fixed, actually. No, more than that. It's like 4 things we fixed. Let me write these down so don't forget them. The change log. So one fix was for the durability system. Fixed crashes. Caused. Fixed crashes when the durability system was turned off. We fixed a crash when saving due to null, or let's say empty actor, empty game actor rails. That was the second one. Then we had a crash from... What was the... Well, technically this is two problems in one that we fixed in that one. There was a third one though, wasn't there? Well, no, there was a problem I thought might be a problem, and I couldn't recreate it, so I think those are the two main things I fixed. Let me save this. AWP. WAP again. Change log 05. What is today? The 11th? Okay. Oh, and I fixed the some random dude thing. That wasn't part of this, nothing of mine I need to update. Alright, so now, the event indicator. So what the event indicator plugin is, it's a plugin that you can use to take an icon from the weapons, well, from the icon, the system icon sheet, which isn't shown in there. So from this, you can take an icon here and display it above an NPC and animate it if you want to. So I have some quest icons here that I have, and they'll show up on top of quest NPC heads, and they'll bob up and down. That's what's supposed to happen. However, it's not working right now. I'm not sure why. It used to work, so I think it's the update again that's broken something. So first thing I'm going to do is figure out who made the thing and go see if there's an update to the plugin. Actually, first, no. What I want to do first is I want to put it underneath all this stuff, because I'm wondering if maybe the order is part of the problem. So there's that. Let's hit apply. Next, I want to throw an NPC in here. Let me go ahead and disable the... Oh, do I have one in here that has it already? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, here we go. These guys have it. That indicator true. Wait, that better not be why it wasn't working on these guys. Are these always the size 12? 13, 12. Okay, those are slightly different. Anyway, let me throw character start in here. Save it, and let's have a look. Now, if this works, I'm gonna be mad. Shit, it works. Why? So, don't you? Well, it could be because I switched the things, right? So, here's what I want to do then. Close this. Let me put in myself. What's the flag? It's opening done, right? It's the flag. So let me add myself into here, and we'll set that flag to true through this NPC real quick. It's all the way down here somewhere. At least I think it is. Or maybe it's not. $71. No, I don't want that. Okay. So either moving the plugin made the difference, or... Aha. Okay. So that actually does work now. Now, let's play devil's advocate. I had these above Terax Lightings plugin, I believe. So the real test is now, does it work? If it works now, then I have no freaking clue. If it works now. It didn't work before. Ah, yes. See? Now it's not working. So that has to be at the bottom of my plugin order. Otherwise, something really jacks with it. Okay, it might be the maybe it's Terax Lighting, to be honest. Let me throw it above mine. Plugin order definitely matters. It's like friggin' Skyrim and no, what the hell's the Skyrim program? Boss. Or, yeah, that's what it was. Track sliding was causing a problem. So yeah, this indicates a mainline NPC quest. This is a secondary quest. Mainline finished, secondary finished. And the animation, you can apply it yourself in the plugin settings. There's all kinds of different things you can do with it. I think it's underneath this one. Yeah. So with the tween scaling. So if I wanted to go up higher or have like a different uh, way that it like bounces around, I would change it from oscillate to something else. What is it? Let's see. I just wanted to let just go up and down and not do any weird stuff. Like the bouncing that it does. Yeah, so like if I set this to linear instead of oscillate. Actually, no, I do want to apply. The whole point of changing that is to apply it. If I change it to linear now, you can see it just does it once and stops. But I have an oscillate because I want to continue doing that. There's also a way to stop it, like not do the bounce thing, but I'm not sure which one it is. It might be the that's the wrong one. It's mine. It might be the elastic in, which I think might be also another one of these. An incomplete. Oh, that's the optional one. I didn't do the right one. That's why. So, crazy core, twin complete handler object. I don't know why it doesn't just list what they are in here for. That's like strange. I don't know why he didn't do that for. So now you have to go into his core plugin and figure out what it is. He doesn't mention it in here either. You actually have to go into the actual plugin and the actual code for it and find it. It's very odd. Do a crazy core. Is that name of the function you said to look up? Or the name of the functions? Optional complete twin complete handler. Yeah, so repeat, oscillate, and so oscillate means it goes backwards. Repeat means it just kind of redoes what it did. So if I went to repeat, so oscillate. So we're gonna change this from elastic into linear, then repeat. Why? Yeah, see, it's just a slow rise, and then it just kind of resets to the bottom like that. Looks kind of weird, doesn't it? That's why I picked oscillate for. It's because it looks more natural. Then repeat this. Oh hell. Oscillate. How to oscillate. I think I'm missing a letter or two in there. Yes, I was definitely missing some things. Missing an E and missing 2 letters, I think. All right. No, I cancel. Damn. All right. So let's have a look at what this does. And this one should just go up and come down. It's like very natural. Yeah. The reason I wanted to do the reason I did the other one, Elastic In, is because it has that bounce. It makes it a little more draws the eye a little bit more. So you're like, oh, this thing has like a bouncing thing. It must be an NPC thing, or you just have it over the top of them. I don't know. I thought having it be a little more movement to it would be a little more eye catching, which is why I used it. But yeah, so there's all kinds of different ways you can set this up. You can change the map that it goes up and down, and like you can have it go left to right if you want to for some reason. If you want to do something crazy like that, have it go down into the character. If you want to do that for some reason, and Elastic In, right? Um, yeah. Make sure it still works the way I want it to. Yep. Cool. So, that'll probably wrap up this stream. Actually, got a lot done. Fixed the battle points system. Well, technically fixed the problem with some random dudes. Super tools plugin by upgrading it. Um, fixed the fixed one issue with a weapon upgrade plugin, and then found a bunch more to fix, and then fixed this one pretty easily too. Cool. Yeah. Um, I think probably on the next stream we'll go back creating an entirely new plugin. I got to think of what I had this idea for one a while back, and I got to try to remember what it was now. So I've forgotten it since then. I didn't write it down anywhere. I was just working. I think I was playing. Was it Doom, or it might have been possibly what is it called? Not Black Ice, but where are you? Um, well, I don't know what I was playing. It was something. And I saw something in there that was pretty cool, and it gave me an idea of what something to do in here, but I've forgotten it since then. So I'll see if I can figure it out. If not, I'll come up with something that we can work on that I want to add, and we'll create something from scratch. Been wanting to do some more plugin work, and this might be a good time to do it since we had this stream. So thanks for watching. If you watched live on Twitch or YouTube, comments, questions, and you're watching this on YouTube, put them below. If you haven't done so already, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe on YouTube or follow on Twitch. Next stream will be on. Well, next stream will be tomorrow, actually. We'll do some more Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then Wednesday will be the Half-Life Legacy. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish Opposing Force, and if I do, can finish it on that stream, we'll start Black Mesa at that point. Haven't played it before. It's a fan mod kind of remaking Half-Life 1, and I hear it's supposed to be really good. So we'll be checking that out too. Then once that's done, we'll be going on to Half-Life 2, and then through the rest of the series. So, yep, thanks to Iron Line for the follow, and I will see you guys next time.